Hello everyone, it's me Emily, welcome back to my channel. Now on this video I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, so I am so nervous about doing this. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just going to give it a try and see how it goes really. So 8 years ago I was in college and we was doing English, and our teacher called Paula, she made us all sit and watch this documentary called Mr. Drew's School for Boys, because she explained to us about how boys are like being rude, they're being very naughty and causing a lot of chaos. So, and like she made us all sit and watch it, and I recognised Mr. Drew from Educating Essex, and I was like, oh my god, I like this guy. Now, one boy in particular on this show, his name is Clark. He was one of my favourites out of the whole lot of the group of boys. And because, I mean, the fact that he has ADHD, and that is very understandable, and the way that he says in the video, there's that I want to be silly but in a good way. I mean, that kind of made me feel for him a lot, and I'm thinking, oh, like poor him. He just wants to be a, you know, like a comedian or like some entertainer. And a few years, well, not a few years later, a few months ago actually, I saw him live. I think it was last year that I found his channel, and I was like, oh my god, you're Clark. He was my favourite. Like, he was my favourite out of the whole lot of the group. Like, wow, man. And you know, I have seen him live, and I'm so amazed at how well he's doing, which is brilliant. So Clark, if you're watching this, this is a dedication for you and to your amazing family. I love your mum, by the way. She is so adorable, and I hope that, you know, she's doing really well. So so at the end of that documentary, Paula, our teacher, wanted us to write a review on the show. This was the first episode that we saw, and I cannot believe that I've kept it for the past 8 years. This is what it looks. This is obviously my review, and my writing on here is a little bit ridiculous. I mean, yeah, but I'm so nervous about doing this, honestly. But yeah, and I've always like kept it after all these years, thinking to myself, geez, why on earth am I kept it for so long? I should have thrown it away. But now that it's here with me, I thought, sure, this is a very good opportunity to share it and, you know, like, talk about it and like read out what I've written and stuff. So yeah, because obviously as this was an English class, obviously, you know, our teacher writing essays, checking our grammars, checking our spellings and everything. And yeah, and of course, as you can see here, this is my name here, and this is what my teacher wrote. Great work. No, lovely work. Which made me feel so happy. It made me feel so proud of myself and everything. So yeah, so I'm gonna sit back and relax. And Clark, if you're watching this, because apparently on his recent live video, I actually like commented on it saying that, oh my god, I did a review on it, and he replied like while saying it live that I should do a video about it. So this is my video, and it's dedicated to Clark, and I'm so proud how you are doing. So I can't believe I'm gonna like be reading this out. So this is what it says here. This is the top bit. My review to Mr. Drew's Boys School, when it was really called Mr. Drew's School for Boys. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because and also I want to say a massive thank you to I've forgotten what the YouTuber's name is, but for uploading 4 of the episodes of the series. I was so happy like to see it again after so long. So I'm going to be reading out my review to you all, and I'm very nervous about doing this. So, but fingers crossed it will be okay. So, because I mean, when I like read it before bringing it out, I thought, oh my god, I don't know if this should really be necessary, but you know what, let's just give it a try. We'll just give it a try. So, my review to Mr. Drew's Boys School. So, at first, I saw when I saw this program, I found it very shocking. Of course, you would though, because I mean, like what shocked me was when the kids, they were like about 9 years old, and they were like swearing like, who thinks school is this and that, and I'm like, blimey. So yeah, very shocking. And very appalling. This was an English class, so yeah, of course I was very good. I'm very good with words though, because I mean I have completed a diploma in creative writing, so I'm just waiting for my final grade on that. So yeah, very appalling. I could never understand how these boys can easily do such a thing. Do you know what? Watching Mr. Drew's School for Boys again and again, it has made me realise I am so judgmental, and I'm thinking I can't blame the parents for that. I really can't blame them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the way I see it, we're all born differently. Everyone is born to be different. I mean, and it's like, you know, 3 of them had, including Clark, you know, have ADHD. So of course that is, again, not their fault. And it is something that, you know, I wish to God that teachers today would pay more attention at, because, you know, when I was in school, and again, suffering with mental health issues, I mean, nobody even noticed. And now they're doing like mental health for children. And it makes me sad, because I'm like, geez, funny they thought about it when I was a kid. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, you know, I feel bad about that. And this is, again, what I wrote as well. I felt terrible and bad for the parents blaming themselves and feeling ashamed. Yeah, especially with Zayn's mum. He apparently, like, you know, with Zayn's mum, like when she said, I'm admitting to the world that I'm a crappy mum. How do you think that makes me feel? I mean, that really like got to me a lot, because, you know, when you look after a kid and you feel like you're such a crappy parent, that, I mean, oh my God, that is just so heartbreaking to hear, because it's horrible, and that's something that you don't want to say, and, you know, it's absolutely awful. So yeah, that's what I really did feel about the parents as well. So yeah. And now this is what I also write about what the program was about. So this program was about 11 boys aged 8 to 11 who have very bad behaviour. They had anger issues, swearing to their parents and teachers, shouting in public, getting their own way all the time, until Mr. Drew's summer school came in the picture. But that's quite good. I like that one. That's a very good one. The boys had their own room. It gets a lot more awkward from here. The boys had their own room, had their own bathroom, and came in the summer school with their parents. Mr. Drew, the head teacher, always gave the boys a lesson by making them leave the classroom, no matter how much either of the boys begged. I don't understand that one. I think, do you know what? Now I remember, because I was in a hurry to finish it off, because I think the day was ending. We did this in the afternoon. We watched a documentary in the afternoon. And of course, you know, we had to write down the essay or the review. So yeah, I was in a really big hurry. So I'm pretty sure you understand what I meant about what I wrote on there, but it doesn't really make sense. I never expected Mr. Drew to speak so calmly to the boys, instead of shouting at them, whether they were being naughty or violent or swearing at him in his face. Do you know what? That really was a very big eye-opener for me, because when I think it was Max and Zayn, and they didn't want to go into the classroom, and the thing that made me laugh so much was when Mr. Drew comes to them and says, "Gentlemen, isn't the weather lovely?" And I'm like, well, yeah, it's summer, of course. So, of course, you know, the weather is going to be very nice and sunny. And it really made me die when one of them said, no, because you're a dark teacher, you're making it stormy. And when Mr. Drew was like, am I? You know, like really questioning them. And I'm thinking, what a very smart move, Mr. Drew. I like that. And when one of them also questioned him about, oh, aren't you doing it for money? And he goes, oh, no, you're so over that. And that was a very big, like, wow of a moment, thinking, God, that is a good way of reacting to like being insulted. And of course, when one of them said, why are you so fat? And when he said, and then Mr. Drew said, oh, we're going to go for insults now. That really did make me realise just do you know what? I can react like that. You know, if people try to insult me, I'll be like, oh, thank you. I love you too. You know, people tell me that I'm fat. I'm usually like, oh, that's a very lovely insult. Thank you very much. So, you know, I've really taken that tip a lot, actually, throughout my years as an adult. And it has really been a massive eye-opener. So, yeah, perfect tip. You know, if people like are rude to you, if they call you ugly or if they call you fat, just be like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That's exactly how I react when I'm on my TikTok or I'm on Instagram, you know. So yeah, that's how I do it. Where am I? I began to think to myself that Mr. Drew is being kind but serious at the same time. Yeah, that's another big eye-opener that I had. All thanks to Mr. Drew, I can see a bright future for the boys. Yeah, it's good though, because I mean, when we watched the very first episode of Mr. Drew School for Boys, that was when we wrote down the review. And what made me sad was that the week after that, we watched episode 2, and another week we watched episode 3 and 4, and we never did get to write down the rest of the review. So I was really gutted about it. So yeah, this is my review and everything, and that is just about it. So yeah, so Clark, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed that. And I can't wait to see I mean, I watched your reaction video as well, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, yeah, the way that you explained and everything, that has really been a massive eye-opener. And yeah, so if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, if you guys want to follow me on my Instagram, the links are on the description of the video, which I will put down shortly. So in the meantime, I will be doing the most rarest and forgotten kids shows very, very soon. I have been busy with coursework, but I'm finally done with it now, and I'm going to give myself a break, and I can't wait to share it with you, what my next episode is going to be on that, because it is going to be so good. It's very nostalgic, and I absolutely loved it. And so yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hope to see you guys very soon.